Legendary Fighters. War. The Great War. Battle 14. The Big Three revealed. The Prince of Darkness visits Skeletor to awaken the End Dragon, as Metal, Queen Alexia, and Sudimatria face off against the Closet Troop at Closet Troop Castle in the Dimensions. The Prince of Darkness, now seeing that chaos had gone to Skeletor, was now poised to fulfill his plans. He was beginning to get impatient and needed the End Times Dragon as a part of his grand puzzle. So he visited Skeletor during the time in which the Closet Troop were going to be in grave danger. Back in Closet Troop Castle in the Dimensions, Skeletor, Korra, Starsax, and Blanc de Null and Red were in a meeting. Skeletor was infuriated at his repeated failures to beat his enemies. If he cannot defeat them, how in the world was he supposed to conquer the universe at this rate? His timeline did not match his criteria. They needed more men. He was going to call out mandatory military assignments for the entire galaxy of the Closet Troop and the Milky Way, which he still had occupied. However, before the meeting could really seriously begin, a messenger appeared. He said, "The Queen Alexia and Metal's forces have joined outside the castle grounds as we speak." Skeletor, when Red and Blanc de Null rushed out of Skeletor's orders to meet them. A second messenger then came as Kono and Skeletor was still in there. "My lord, Sudimatria and his elite guard are with them. It seems the three of them are in cahoots." Skeletor was like, "What? The Sudimatrians? It can't be." Kono was like, "As I suspected. The Sudimatrians, they were never with us at all. They caused us, our troops, in exchange to join our enemies to wipe us out when we're down. What madness is this?" And then suddenly, appearing on top of the table, laying down all too comfortably, was the Prince of Darkness. And he said, "Skeletor, it seems I caught you in a very bad time." Kono was scared and shocked by this facely looking man appeared out of nowhere. And he was like, "What are you? Who? How did you?" And Skeletor was like, "Who are you?" And the Prince of Darkness introduced himself and said, "You could call me Prince. But I see that the great dragon of the Closet Troop might be slain on this day. What is it that I can possibly do to help you out of this quagmire?" And Skeletor was like, "Help me? Some person like you just appeared to me and you want to help me? Of course. I'm here to fulfill what my puppet, Paul Harris, started. You are the dragon of the end time, a power in which the whole universe will bow down towards. You crave power, and you would need your full power. With a clip of my fingers, you will have it." As the Prince of Darkness raised his hands up in the air to do it, he asked Skeletor how badly did he want it. And then Kono was like, "No, wait, my lord. This is a trap. No. I know him. He's the Prince of Darkness, what the Allied forces talked about. My lord, you think this is wise?" And he said, "The God of my father abandoned me the moment David Puck died. He's not blessed me to defeat my enemies. And now even those that I call allies have turned against me. What choice do I have now?" And then explosions started happening outside the castle. The battle had already begun. And Skeletor was looking outside and then looking at him. The Prince of Darkness still had his hands up and said, "Well, Skeletor, what will it be? Your grand awakening or your utter defeat?" And Skeletor says, "Do it." And the Prince of Darkness laughed before he clipped his fingers and he said, "Oh yes, you've made the right choice, Delta. And he clipped his fingers. Outside, the new bakery, Sudimatria, Queen Alexia, and Metal had formed their forces into a strong alliance to defeat the dragon, Delta, and end the closer once and for all, to secure their packs as they move forward, to defeat Damon and then the Eye of Telecon, and hopefully to assist the insurance in beating the banker who are now were in the lead. But before this battle, here's what happened. After Queen Alexia had saved Metal, she confronted Metal and said, Metal, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. How are you doing? Of course, she being double-winged and losing clothing, there are only strings around her. Leona and Colomod, Metal's second wife, both were appalled at this woman's lack of clothing. They told her to please do something, and Queen Alexia paid them no mind. As Queen Alexia was about to boast of her conquest of Cajun being, Sudimatria appeared on telecom and said, You two, as promised, we have an alliance. It's time I called you about my favor. We have the advantage. Most of darkness is over. The cause of you are down, currently. Now is the time to finish them off. And Cajun being Colonial heard this broadcast over in the other room, and they was like, Cajun being, so the allied forces are not so allied after all. Colonial, I see. Eradicating the closer to eradicate a threat. It seems so much Queen Alexia and L have the common goal, eradicating Delta. Cajun being is like, no. L doesn't want power. All he's focused on is eradicating Delta, inventing the so-called dragon. What his concern is Sudimatria. He wants power. The old fool, I can't blame him. But this Queen Alexia of ours, she wants power herself. This new alliance will not last. The same alliance of the Kozuchu and Joseph and Sudimatria will not last. I also heard word from Little Birdie that Sudimatria also called the Androscan forces to come out and support in this battle. Exchanged the Kozuchu's territory and dimensions for the floor so they could go along with it. Typical of them. All they want is power. I refuse to join the same side as them. When that battle begins, we will declare independence. You and I will destroy the floor so what's left of them. Or die trying. Colonial Ben Valder and Sandy said, Yes, my lord. I will give it my all. Even my life to you, once again. Okay, back to the battle Queen Alexia. Queen Alexia, Metal, and Sudimatria overlooking things. As Starjax and Red guard outside the castle against this overwhelming, surprising invading force. Sudimatria overlooking and saying, after the day, the cause of truth will be no more. No more for threat. I wonder, what will you two do after? Metal was puzzled and said, after. The battle had just begun. We should not overestimate the cause of truth, especially Delta. The Green Alexia was like, nonsense. The three of us combined might would certainly destroy them. What on earth are you talking about, Metal? You're so lack ambition. You should be more like me or Sudimatria. Full of it. Sudimatria. That's the blank stare at Queen Alexia. Not on board, of course, but what she said. I see. Get a sense. And he was like, sure. Meryl was like, sure, whatever. But Meryl, in his heart, knew that after this, it would be over. And the next thing, on left would be help the Allied forces defeat the evil, and then him and his forces would go back to retirement and live peaceful lives as they hated war. Anyway, the battle was going smoothly, and the clothes was being pulled back, and then suddenly a giant dragon with more energy than he ever had appeared. It was Skeletor, and he appeared very angry, very upset, and full of fury. He screeched out a yell before firing green fire, burning some of the Allied forces. Sudimatria and Manuel fall back behind Queen Alexia, who put up a power shield. The battle was on. Miles away, the Josegan forces saw it, and they were stunned. This was Delator? He had more power than ever. They exclaimed. Now the time had come. The final showdown between those who opposed Delator and who Delator despised most. As the three Sudimatria, Queen Alexia, and Menel prepared to fight to the bitter end, Cajun Bean and Colonia arrived at the same time. Now a decision had to be made. Would he go to the left and aid the three in slaying the dragon, Delator, and securing a path for them, or will he go forward to the oncoming Josegan forces and risk it all to defeat them in hopes of gaining some power? The ball was in Cajun Bean's court. What would he do with it?